Hey guys, so welcome back. So I went through my makeup and I decided to do kind of a decluttering. I really love decluttering. It feels so good to get rid of stuff and to kind of have more space and new fresh start, you know? So I thought I would make a video out of it and show you guys what products I'm getting rid of and why. I think this video is gonna be a short one, but you never know. So that's all I have to say. Let's get started. So I think I'm gonna be starting with an eyeshadow palette, and I don't really get rid of eyeshadow palettes that often because they are actually my favorite thing to collect. I have mentioned in one of my previous videos that I am doing kind of a little project where I do 4 different looks with one eyeshadow palette, and that made me realize that some palettes are not as good as I remember them. So this one is one of them. That is the Morphe 35p palette. It looks like this. I used to love purple eyeshadow. I still do, but this palette I realized that is very cool toned, and cool tones don't look that great on me. I think it's a beautiful palette. It has a lot of browns and purples. It's just that when I did the 4 different looks with this palette, I didn't really love them, how they turned out and how they looked on my eyes, so I thought that somebody else would make a better use out of it. There are people that love cool tones and they look much better than them, so that's why I've decided to get rid of this one. I've had it for such a long time. It's actually one of the first palettes that I ever purchased since I became crazy with makeup. But yeah, I don't know, I think that somebody else can make a better use out of it, and it's being wasted just sitting there on my drawer and doing nothing. Next product is also a purple one. This is the Inglot gel liner in 75. I really love the Inglot gel liners. They are so good and they do not smudge. They are very intense. In general, I really like them. This one looks like this, and same as with the palette, I do love purples, but this one is a little bit cool tone for me, and I do have another one that looks a little bit like this but is a little bit warmer, so that's why I'm keeping that one. And I did use it the other day and I wasn't crazy about it, you know, and I've actually barely used it, so I think that somebody else might get a much better use out of it. Next thing I have is a sparkle. This is a Makeup Geek sparkle in the shade Dark Matter. It looks very boring and black. I am going to swatch it for you. It is black, but it has some gold glitters. I don't know if you can see the gold glitters, but it looks like this. I don't know what to tell you. This is kind of nice, but if you try to apply it on your eyes, the gold glitters kind of fall out and you end up with basically a black eyeshadow. I almost never use this one. I don't think it's that special. I think I could get the same effect or better from eyeshadows that I actually have, so I don't see the point on keeping it. It's just taking place there and I don't really use it, so this one is going away. Now for lips. What the hell? This is weird. So I was going to talk about this Makeup Geek liquid lipstick, and there is a weird residue around it. What? That was weird. And it is actually exactly where the lipstick was, so it must be coming out of it. Oh, this is so weird. I don't know if you remember, but a while ago I did a first impressions video, and this one was in that video. Oh, by the way, this is called the Makeup Geek Plush Matte in the shades Smarty, and in that video I talked about how weird the consistency of this liquid lipstick is. It's very patchy and a little bit drying. It looks alright when you swatch it, but when you put it in your lips it starts sinking into your lip lines and it's not a great look. Also, it gets a little bit drying. So as I said in that video, I don't really like this kind of lipstick. I had this one and another shade, but even though I didn't like them, I still kept them because I really like the colors and they are gorgeous colors. When I went through my lipsticks the other day, I realized that the other one had completely dried out and you couldn't even put it in your lips, while this one you can still put it on your lips, but it is going to do the things that I just talked about. So I threw that one away and I just kept this one because I just wanted to talk about this in this video. I'll probably throw this away too because some weird things going on with this lipstick. Anyways, Makeup Geek makes a lot of great products and I do love a lot of their products, but this formula was not the greatest. It is actually one of the worst formulas I've experienced in a liquid lipsticks. Well, I've seen worse. I have seen worse, but this one is close. Okay, moving on to a product that has probably gone bad. This is the Makeup Revolution liquid highlighter in the shade Liquid Champagne. This was supposed to be a dupe for the Stila drops. But anyway, I did use it as a dupe for the iconic London Illuminator. I'm gonna show you. So this is the one that I was talking about. I do think they were very similar, but I did prefer this one a little bit more than this one, because this can be a little bit more glittery than this one, where this is a little bit more of a nice glow and sheen instead of a glitter. I bought them approximately at the same time, and this one is just like I first used it, while this one, I don't know, I feel like it has become a little bit thicker. I'm not sure, I haven't used it in a while, so I don't exactly remember how it used to be. It looks quite alright when swatched, but when I put it on my cheeks, it's what I'm wearing today actually. It was a weird thing because it was almost like all of this sheen was gone away and all was left was kind of glittery sparkles. And I don't know if you can see, well, I do have another highlighter on top. Let me zoom you in a little bit. If I do like this, maybe you can see what I'm talking about. It's almost like only the sparkles are left and not the whole shine. I don't remember it being like that in the beginning, and I can almost feel it on my face. It's almost like it has dried, and when I move my face like this I can feel it. I did like this one a little bit more either way, so I don't see the point on keeping this one if I feel like it has changed. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I could use it in some artistic looks, but I don't know if I'm even gonna use it for that, and I'll definitely not use it on my face again. Okay, I'm going to talk about a product that many of you probably love. Yeah, that is the RCMA No Color Powder. I used to love this powder a lot. As you can see, I used almost half of it, and that is a lot because this is 3 ounces. It's just that the more powders I tried, I realized that I do like a little bit more the powders that have a little bit tint to them as opposed to the white ones. It is called the No Color Powder, but I feel that it leaves a little bit of a white cast underneath my eyes, and also it is a little bit drying. I mean, powder is still powder, but I have some other powders that are much less drying than this one, and especially my Hourglass Veil mineral powder, that is definitely my favorite ones. I hadn't used it in a very long time, and I took it out and I started using it again, and I realized that I cannot use it. It's not the way I like it to be anymore. It doesn't make my under eyes look like I want them to look. And of course I could use it to set my face, but I do prefer a pressed powder to set my face, and still I think that it oh, excuse me. Yeah, where was I? I still feel like it leaves kind of a white cast. Oh, my lash, what? What's going on? Something went terribly wrong with my eye. Oh my, that happens when you sneeze and you wear lashes. I should have probably trimmed those lashes a little bit because they are poking me a little bit, but that's for another day. Anyways, as I was saying, this still leaves a little bit of a white cast all over my face too, not only underneath my eyes. So it has been a great powder, and I still think it is a good powder. You just have to try it and see if it is for you or not. I personally have found other powders that work much better for me, so I don't use it. And just like I said, when I started using it again, I realized that I don't like it anymore. I almost never get rid of brushes unless they are falling completely apart, but I just wanted to talk about these two EcoTools brushes. These are duo fiber brushes, I think. Yes, they are. The one is called Blending and Bronzing, and the other one is called Sheer Blush. Now, I did buy them because they are dual fiber brushes, and sometimes it's nice to have a dual fiber brush for a more sheer application. I have some blushes and bronzers that are a little bit more intense, and that's why it would be nice to have a brush that wouldn't apply the product very intensely on the face. But they turned out to be a little bit hard and a little bit scratchy on my face, so that's why I almost never use them. I don't see the point on keeping them. But I do have some other EcoTools brushes, the ones that look like this. I really like the shape of them, especially this one. I use it all the time to set my face with powder, and they are amazing and very soft, but these ones are a little bit harder, so I didn't like them as much as this one. And the last product I'm gonna talk about, I actually don't have it with me. I think I've already given it away, but I just wanted to mention it. That is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I have made some videos before about it. and I've told you that I do like it, and I think it's a very good concealer, and the coverage is very good actually. But the only issue with that is it feels very drying on my under eyes, and also it does oxidize a little bit, but I found that I could work around it. But the drying part, I just couldn't deal with it. I really tried using it many times. Maybe it's the combination of the powder that didn't work, or I don't know what to say, but overall it always ended up looking the same. When I did a little bit like this, like I was barely touching my under eyes, I would have a ton of products on my finger. It's almost like it was sitting on top of my face instead of sinking in, and the powder, it just would make it worse. And also I did have to set it, because if I didn't set it, it would crease. It was really never looking good underneath my eyes. It did have a good coverage, but that is not enough. I decided that it's not a good concealer for me, so I got rid of it. Yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about. So those are the products I am getting rid of. If you have those products and work out for you, that's amazing. I really wish they did work for me too, because a lot of those products, I really like them actually. But that's how it is. Things change, the needs of our skin change, we have to deal with it and move on. Right, I think I'm gonna finish this video here. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again in my next one. Bye!